Okay, so welcome to the Bite Size Workshop, getting results on LinkedIn. My name's Dave Holland. Welcome to the call. We had a brief chat before I pressed record, so you know what to expect. We're going to go through some ideas and some slides and images, that type of thing, and tell some stories, and Q&A at the end, and some breakout sessions as well. Any questions, just put it into the chat box, and I'll pick up as we go along. So, quick intro, very quick. And first of all, this is I'm always conscious of these webinars and things on Zoom, whatever, that they end up being a sales fest or a pitch fest. There's no back end, there's no selling, there's nothing like that involved at all. It's just having a discussion around LinkedIn, what I find works for me and some of my clients. If you want to contact me, you're welcome to, but get in touch by all means. But there's no back end, there's no sales pitch, so you can just relax. You're not going to have to get your credit cards out or anything like that. So for those of you who maybe don't know us quite so well, this is a company. My wife and I run the business together. We're a family business. We started off in the UK, over to the US for a few years, and now we're based here. So there's the map of Europe. That's us, that's the blue pin. We're on the east side of Luxembourg, just outside the village of Schengen, where the agreement was signed, the Schengen agreement. So we're just based there, our offices. This, however, where I'm sat now, is home, and we are just outside Metz, or Metz, if you're in France. And because we're working from home now due to all the restrictions and lockdowns, that type of thing. And we've just bought, or we're renovating, a little French cottage, which is up on the German border, which is up here over towards Saint-Louis, up by a place called Bouzonville. So that's where we're based. And what we do, we are business coaches and trainers. We have a language training business, and we do keynote speaking and workshops, that type of thing as well. And just to sort of kick off, what I found is with the COVID lockdown, and we were speaking earlier on with a couple of guys on here about networking and being out and about amongst people. We can't do that now. We can't do the face-to-face networking and seminars and conferences. So we've got to find a different way of getting our message out there. So social media is the way to do it. And we've done a lot of work on social media over the last probably 6 months, but in reality, over the last couple of years as well. And all I'm going to do is go through what works for me and the business. I don't have a product to sell you. I don't have a program to guide you. This is just how I do it, and you hopefully can take some ideas away. If you want a proper program of how to do this, and want to have proper training on it, if you like, contact Phil Taylor, who's on the call today. Very good guy. Phil Taylor, Morpheus Marketing in Luxembourg, and he can go in a lot more detail and structure than I can. This is just an overview. So we have clients in over 30 countries now. These are some of the flags. But in my career, in this business over the last 18 years, and previously when I was selling logistics and transport and distribution, I never sold to a company. I never bought from a company either. I only sell or work with people, and these are some of the mugshots of some of our clients. These are just the good-looking ones. You want to see what the other ones look like, but we're in the people business, and I think looking at the some more people dialing in now. Looking at you guys and the jobs and the work that you do, probably you are as well. You're in the people business, so you've got to connect with people regardless of the company or the brand or the logo. We're interested in connecting with people, influencing them, getting to move towards our position, and then eventually either buy from them or sell something to them. First rule is, that I've learned for LinkedIn specifically, is that it's social media. And if you imagine that LinkedIn is like a big restaurant, a huge restaurant full of, millions of people, but thousands and thousands of people all piled into this restaurant, and you walk in and you know that in that restaurant are your next best clients or suppliers or employees or team members or whatever it is. They're all in there somewhere, but you've got to find them. You've got to track them down. You've got to find them, and you've got to become attractive to those sort of people as well. And some of the things that would happen on LinkedIn that amuse me, I get this. You guys probably get this as well. Is when you connect with somebody, they immediately send you a sales pitch. And I think networking is like dating, where you've got to take it sort of gentle and slow and go through stages. So if you go into this restaurant, the LinkedIn restaurant, and somebody runs over to you that you've never met, never heard of before, and they say, "Hi, good to see you. Your website sucks. Can I do your SEO for you or web design for you?" what are you going to think? It's not going to work, is it? Because people need to build relationship. If you walk into that restaurant and somebody runs over to you and tries to sell you a bottle of vitamin pills from Herbalife or something like that, you're not going to buy them. It's too soon. If all you're doing, if people are just walking around with motivational stickers on their heads and they run over to you and they give you a motivational quote, that if you think you can or you think you can't, both ways you're right, it's meaningless. It means nothing. So there's no relationship built. And what I found with LinkedIn and to a degree, Facebook and YouTube, all I look to do is build a network, build a tribe, build a following. And all I'm looking for is not a date, but it's just a conversation. Everybody that I work with, we end the pinch point, and probably for you guys as well, is just to have a conversation with people about what could work. Can I help you? Can you help me? Let's have a conversation. And if it works out, then maybe we'll do something. So on LinkedIn, I'm not selling anything. I don't sell anything on LinkedIn. I don't do any sponsored advertising. I don't promote with paid promotions or anything like that. All I'm looking to do is put myself out there and hopefully attract some people to me who go, this guy looks okay, doesn't look too dangerous, looks sort of interesting. Let's have a conversation, let's have a chat and see if we can do something together. That's all I'm trying to do. So the next one I'm going to go through is, how do I do that? What have I done for me that works? And we get, just so you know, in terms of numbers, we get probably 2 inquiries a week from LinkedIn, one of which I either don't close or I don't want, something like that. But 1 inquiry a week turns into business for us because they are inbound leads. And that's all I need. That's all I look for. It might be for a conference gig. It could be for training, language training. It could be for a coaching program. Just 1 a week. That's all I'm aiming for, is 1 a week, and probably something similar for yourselves. But job number 1, for me, and I think for everybody, is number 1, choose your brand. What is your brand? What do you want to be known for? What are your values? What's your mindset? What's your attitude? What sort of person are you? What do you represent? What can people trust you to be like? And so for me, I want to be reasonably, hopefully, and I don't contradict me on this, I want to be reasonably light and bright, have a bit of fun in the business, add great value to people, be reliable and be trustworthy, have lots of knowledge and ideas, and bring together contemporary thoughts and ideas into my programs and products and that type of thing. So my brand is me. I'm my own brand, but I've designed it. I have a template that I use to actually design the brand that I want to represent. And when I do my posts and updates and content or workshops, I'm pretty careful that anything I do has got to be consistent with that brand, with my values and standards or rules. And if you email me after this, if you like, email me along, I'll send you across the document that I use to design my brand. It's a simple document, just will fill it all in, but you can design your own brand. So number 1, what's your brand? What do you want to be known for? And be really clear on that. One of the filters I use when I do content, for example, is I have my brand, what I want to be known for, my standards. So you'll never see me in the pub drinking having a kebab and drinking a pint of lager. Not on LinkedIn. I may go to the pub occasionally and I will have a drink with people, but that's not the image I want to portray on my social media pages. So I'm reasonably careful what I put up there. So build your brand and stick to have some really strict guidelines for it. Next one, and again, I have a document for this, which I'll happily send over to you, is build your tribe, choose your tribe. Who do you want to be associated with? What are you looking for on LinkedIn or Facebook, all your social media work? Who do you want to attract? And if it's interesting, or hopefully you'll find it interesting, that the people that I attract are like me. They're all, I think, all good people. They're similar to me, values and standards, integrity and trust. They're all good people because they're similar to me and we attract them. And when I get some of my clients together, and I'm pretty sure, you guys as well, even if you're not clients, that because you've been attracted to what we do, when you go into the breakout rooms, you'll realize that you're all pretty similar. You're similar sort of types of people and this sort of thing. So I'm really clear, who do I want to have in my tribe? And then what I'm doing when I look at the people I want to attract, I guide my content, my imagery, or whatever it is I'm doing, such that it's attractive to those people. And fundamentally, I have 2 target markets. I have either corporate CEOs and senior directors, or we have sort of business owner entrepreneurs. Those are my 2 main streams, if you like. So I put content out that attracts either CEOs and directors or resonates with them, or for business owners, entrepreneurs. And from those two streams, and my business is split probably 75% is in the SME entrepreneurial sector and 25% is in the corporate executive sector. So that's the balance we have. But those are the messages that I sent out. And the leads to get is to have what I call an inbound lead to get discovered. Somebody told me that the best leads to get are referrals. And the referrals are great. I love referrals. You've got a referral, that's fantastic. Referrals are brilliant. What I found is even better than referrals is when somebody discovers you or they discover me. They find me, so they find a video or some content and they follow and they like and they connect and they comment, and then we have a conversation and away we go. Those sort of leads, in my experience, are the best ones. And I would put them in a hierarchy of discovery, inbound leads, then referrals, and then it would be from other direct marketing, that sort of thing. But those are the two things to really aim for. And what we're doing on LinkedIn is attracting people to us. All the leads I get from LinkedIn are inbound. People contact me and say, heard about you, you don't look too strange. Do you want a coffee, have a chat and see if we can do something? That's all it takes. So what we're in the business of is getting inbound leads. That's the whole principle of what we're going to go through here today. So that's the first bit. So choose your brand, choose your targets, and then you're looking to attract, in that big restaurant called LinkedIn, we're looking to attract the right sort of people. There are a lot of crazy people on LinkedIn. Lynn, my wife, who some people know, she's the good-looking one, and she's on LinkedIn as well. And she gets all these people asking, you have very pretty eyes, you want to get married, and all this sort of thing. I don't get that, which I'm quite irritated about actually, but she does. So there are some crazy people out there, and you can filter and delete, and that's when you manage those out. But we're looking for quality inbound leads from the tribe of people you select and you choose. So I'm going to talk about profile now, LinkedIn profile. I'm going to share my profile with you and just talk through it a little bit. But there's a first point on profiles is have a photograph. Have your photograph on your LinkedIn profile. It sounds almost basic and fundamental, but if you look at somebody, let's say you walk into that restaurant, the LinkedIn restaurant, and there are people walking around with plastic bags over their head, or paper bags, they'll be dead otherwise, bags on their head, and you can't see them. It's not very attractive. It's not a good look. Well, the same thing on LinkedIn. Have your photograph. So have a color photograph, headshot only, smiling, not in the pub, downing a yard of ale or anything like that, unless that's the people you want to attract, of course. So profile is first. So what I'm going to do is just share my screen. So hopefully now you can see, I hope the technology works. You should be able to see now my LinkedIn profile. Can somebody just put a thumbs up or something to make sure that you can see my LinkedIn profile? Put a yes or something in the chat box, or a no if you can't. Just put a yes or yeah, excellent. Liz, thank you. Saved my life there. Excellent. So this is my LinkedIn profile. Oh, there we go, LinkedIn profile, and here we go. So first of all, photograph, yes, we know about, but put a banner up there. Have something on the banner. Here I've got Results Rules OK with a rocket and a tree. Those are our logos of our business. They're on the website. They're on my books and publications. The rocket is for business programs, and the tree is for personal development programs. That's where that comes from. But banner on there with the title, Your Business Co-Pilot, with you on the journey, business coaching, mentoring, blah, blah, blah. That's my intro. That's my headline banner on there. I'm treated as a website. If you don't use that space, it's just wasted space, basically. So you can edit it, you can adjust it, but have something on there, your logo, your title, whatever it is you do, get your banner straight first. Photograph we know about. Then you have, obviously have your name, but in the name box on LinkedIn, I'd suggest you put, I'll just highlight it here. I use the business co-pilot is my tagline, if you like. And the reason I use that is because my view is what I do. I sit next to my clients in their business. I don't fly it for them. I'm co-piloting, navigating, helping, supporting, and that's my role. I'm the co-pilot. So that the tagline suits me. And you can put that on your own profile as well. Have some tagline that says something about what you do. What is your superpower? What is the sort of type of things you get up to? And the beauty of that is that when you circulate content or you get tagged or whatever it is. Your name appears on the page on LinkedIn, but so does your tagline. It's part of your name box. All you do is extend out your surname with a hyphen and put the XYZ, whatever it is, and add a tagline, strapline to your name. Recommend it, just a bit of fun, but it gives you a bit more definition in the market. Next one down is the job title here. And I see so many people, not you guys, but I see so many people when they put, founder and CEO or the managing director. Nobody's interested in the job title. Nobody's interested. The only person who is interested in my job title is my mom, because she thinks it's very cool to tell her friends that her son is a managing director. Anyway, nobody else is interested. So in that run, put your job title, give a summary. What is it that you do? I do business coaching, mentoring, and training for you, your team, and results. A little tagline that when people look at your profile, they go, oh, that's what he does. That's what she's good at. I understand now. Either I'm going to move on or I'm going to have a look down. So it's really a case of using this space to tag or to pull people towards you, let them know what you do, and get them interested in what you do as well. So then we've got the about box. So I'll just scroll down here. Again, you can see this on my profile. You're welcome to go on my profile and copy it or cut and paste and adapt it to your own style. But I've been really clear here that I want to have a summary of what I do, how I do it, what my approach is, the type of things I get up to, and then what the programs look like. And then some testimonials or some numbers of return on investment from working with me. And at the bottom of that, contact me at my email address. So it makes it easy for people to read through and find out who I am, what I do, how I do it, and some more details about me. Now, below this, you'll see here you have a featured bar. This is where you can put videos and documents and content on there. I recommend it. On here, I've copied across a lot of my videos and content, all this sort of thing. So when people look at my LinkedIn page, they can find out more about me. They can click on these buttons and go to my YouTube channel, do a bit of digging around and find out what I'm up to, that type of thing. But it's really just putting more content on here so people can find out about it. It's all about building that relationship with you. Below that, we come to the dashboard. I'll go into that later on, manage followers, but then your background, your jobs, your functions. At the bottom, though, the rest of it's just detail. Nobody really looks at that. It's a CV. But then at the bottom, you want to go up to your recommendations. I recommend getting recommendations. I found people do read them. So here I've got some recommendations kindly given by some of the clients. And I've given a few as well. I've got a few coming in. And what I do is when somebody gives me a recommendation, I just literally cut and paste and put it onto LinkedIn. Just received. This has made my day. Put up a recommendation on there. And what you can do is cut and paste all the recommendations you get, put them into a Word document and make it into a PDF. And then you can send it out to people with an email to say, this is me, here's some background information, here's a copy of all my testimonials, and you can find us on LinkedIn. So the LinkedIn profile page should really be like a website, but with your name, tagline, what you do, not your job title, nobody's interested in that, and use it as a, make it look good, make it look interesting, make it look compelling, and then start to do some content generation as well. And in terms of content, and we're going at quite a pace here, content, I would recommend, what I do is 3 times a day, 3 pieces of content per day. It could be a video, it could be text, it could be an article, whatever you like, 3 times a day. And the timings that I use, 7 a.m., lunchtime, and 6 o'clock in the evening. And I do that 7 days a week. The best days for inquiries, just in my experience, are Thursday evenings for some reason, don't know why, and Sundays. So I do my posts on a Sunday as well. I think what it is that happens, people are more relaxed, checking the newspapers, this type of thing, and they scroll through on a Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon and go, oh, that's interesting. I'll send them a message or whatever it is. So keep it up over the weekends as well. Now, the biggest challenge that most people face in my experience, and I think Phil will probably qualify this for me as well, is it's okay me saying, we'll do three bits of content a day, but where do you get the content from? How do you think of this content? What is this stuff that you're talking about? So a couple of rules of content to start off with. 1, content to avoid. Don't talk about politics. I would avoid religion, any religion at all, not because it's wrong, just because whatever your religion is, it won't be other people's or may not be, and you're almost guaranteed to upset or offend or whatever it is somebody. So steer clear of religion, steer clear of Brexit. Just if you're British or European for that matter, steer clear of Brexit. Nobody wants to know, particularly, and steer clear of conspiracy theories and all this sort of thing as well, unless that is the tribe you want to attract. Now, if you put a post out there about the world being flat or something like that, or aliens on the moon, or pyramids being spaceships, or whatever it is, you can do that and you will attract a tribe to you. I guarantee you'll attract a tribe, but it may not be the tribe you want. So avoid those, because what we're looking at in the content that I put out, I call it dog whistle marketing. So it will be content that I know is only going to be heard by, seen by, or resonate with the people in my target market. Other people won't recognize, they won't like my content because they're not my target market, not my tribe. So I'm very clear. I put out content that is attractive, adds value, or humorous, or resonates with people in my target market. It's called dog whistle marketing, and the same for you. Just that you put content out there, 99% of people will ignore it or don't like it. But the 1% of people that you do want to contact you will resonate with it. And those are the ones that you pull towards you. So when you put posts out there or content onto LinkedIn, just go back to your tribe, your document about who you want to attract, and just consider what would make these people ping a message, move towards my position, reach out, get in touch and say hello. That's how that would work. In terms of structure, the best posts that I've found are text only, not video, not sharing articles, not sharing papers, not sharing anything else or taking people off LinkedIn. Text only posts are the way to go. They just, I don't know why, they just are, with some hashtags maybe in the bottom of them. I'll show you some examples as I go along now. This is the structure that I use when I write my posts. It's an old marketing cliche, AIDA: attention, interest, desire, and action. So headline, bit of provocation. Interest, why would they read? Why would they add value to them? Something that they would want, or they need, or they like, or they're attracted to, and a call to action. And the call to action could be email me. The call to action could be come on a Zoom meeting or a webinar or a workshop. The call to action could be let's arrange a virtual coffee or whatever it is. But I use that framework for all my posts. And I normally handwrite my posts and then type them into LinkedIn afterwards. But I use this as a framework. And you'll see, I'm going to give you a couple of examples of ones I've done, and you'll see how that sort of shows up. But text only. I think we've got about 1,300 characters to use on a text post. So use them, but make sure they're well spaced, and no long paragraphs, lines, and just fill this box out down this AIDA approach, and that will pull people in for you. In terms of the selling content, this comes from a couple of guys on the US, marketing people over in the US, Gary Vaynerchuk, for example, Gary V. And what he says is your content should be, and I subscribe to this, is jab, 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 right hook. And what I mean by that is you're doing content, update, stories, images, pictures, picture of a beagle, story of you, here's me drinking coffee, just generalized content. And then the right hook is the offer. So the offers that I put out would be, for example, would you like to come on a workshop, a LinkedIn workshop or a sales workshop? That's my right hook. When I want people to actually take some action and join us on a workshop, or join us on a Zoom meeting or whatever it is. That's what I'm trying to do. Now, the ratio that I use pretty much is 20-1. So what I mean by that is 20 generalized posts and updates and that sort of thing that are attractive to people, that get people to start to look at me. So when I do the one offer, the workshop, or I did an offer last month, we got 2 slots available for coaching clients, available from October onwards, put that out there, and they're both filled, but they're filled from people who are looking at my content for the previous 20, if that makes sense. So the 20 posts are just to build connectivity, to build brand and awareness, and here's what I'm doing. It's to let people know who you are, to build that trust, that likability and trust. And the 20th one, look, it doesn't have to be number 20, but approximately the 20th one is here's an offer. Now, if they like my 20 posts, much more likely to go, yeah, this guy makes a bit of sense. I like his style, and I'll, let's have a coffee. Let's do something. So it's 20 to 1, jab, 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 and then the right hook. Don't be in sales mode all the time. It's not attractive. People don't like it, and you'll just turn people off. So we're in the relationship mode, and then the offer. And it might just be one offer every week or couple of weeks or something like that, but don't overdo it. That's the pattern that I use. So here's an example of a post that I did. This was done 2-3 months ago, I think it was. And as you can see, it's a coronavirus update because coronavirus. There's the headline. Now, coronavirus is going to trigger people because obviously coronavirus, but I'm not going to be contentious in my post. I'm not going to say, yeah, I'm not going to wear my mask or vaccines don't work and that sort of stuff. I'm going to avoid. So all I did was put a story about me speaking with my mom, she's over in the UK, and I called her, and I said, there we go, just muting people, sorry about that. And I said, look, Mom, how are you getting on? How are you doing for shopping and that sort of thing? You okay for toilet rolls? They were in short supply back then. And she just said, in World War II, we had no toilet rolls and we got by, it was all okay. Anyway, it's a quick sort of story, nothing particularly about business. But that post, you can see on the screen, that post got 5,500 sort of likes and that sort of thing, 330 comments, but 250,000 views, 333,000 views. Now, did I get any business as a direct consequence of that post? No, I didn't. I know I didn't. It wasn't intended for that. What's it intended to do is put a splash out there of people just to see me on their page. So 250,000 people saw that. And I got comments, I got a few connections from it. I got some nice comments back and this sort of thing. And it built my tribe because the people that I'm connecting with, they get it. They understand it's family stuff. I've got an aging parent, as I call her. I call her the antique, bless her. She's doing really well. She's fine. She's good. But it resonates with the people that I want to resonate with. So those are the sort of posts where you've got the attention, coronavirus updates, and then you've got the details of the structure. It's a nice, gentle story. It's a human story, a little bit of a twist of humor in it. And people go, you know what? Yeah, good on you. That's nice. That's okay. So these are the sort of posts that generate highest traffic because it's social media, not business media. So that was one that I did. That was about maybe 3 months ago, actually thinking about it. That was 3 months ago. Another one that I did is this one. And this was to trigger people in Luxembourg. I put a hashtag Luxembourg as well. And I put the headline, why working in Luxembourg really sucks. And all the people that are on here from Luxembourg now are going to go, no, it doesn't. It's really good. Now, if you look at the content, what I would never do is put a post up that says why working in Luxembourg really sucks, and because it's rah, 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 rah. I'm not going to do that because I love Luxembourg. We work there, we've got clients there, we socialize there, and we love it. It's a fabulous place. So what I've done, I think, is put a triggering headline up there, so everybody in Luxembourg is going, well, it's not that bad, and they read through it, leave a couple of spaces at the top, and then it's actually a love letter to Luxembourg. Free transport, cheap diesel, it's cosmopolitan, and blah, blah, blah. It only sucks because there's nothing to moan about. That's what I put on there. And people go, that's okay then. He actually likes it. It's okay. And that, again, 787 interactions. And it's still climbing, this one. This is only done, I printed it off this morning or copied it. 84,000 views of that one. Now, did that post get me any direct business? No, not at all. No, it didn't. Don't care, because what I'm doing is building visibility and building tribe. From these posts is where, when I do my 20th post, and when maybe it's the webinar or a workshop or a conversation or whatever it is that I'm doing, if they've seen these, more likely to click on those and move towards acquisition. That's why I'm doing it for. And maybe some people on here, I don't know, might say they've seen these posts, and maybe that's the reason you've clicked on the webinar. I'm not so sure, but anyway. So that's how you do your post, text only. I'll come on to where you get an inspiration from in a minute or two. But the other part of it is write messages. Write messages to people. Don't just put your content out there. Do messages to people. If somebody connects with you, and maybe some people on the call today will recognize this, they connected with me as part of coming on this webinar, and I send them a video saying, thanks for being my connection, here's me, and you recognize the background. I'm sat here talking about me, what we do, and that type of thing. No sales involved, just thanks for the connection. So a little thank you video for connecting. If somebody likes my posts and I don't know them, I'll say, thanks for liking my post, and send them a connection request. So get active with building that community. Say nice things on other people's posts. Don't just put, yes, that's awesome. Actually put a comment on there that's a considered argument. What I found is this, and share and comment and participate in the networking, and that will build your profile. Don't just be passive, and don't just look at other people and ignore them either. So that's the approach I take to messaging. I've got a template that I use for messaging, which is a series of messages are standard, and it just says, hi, space, thanks for liking, commenting, connecting, sharing, whatever it is, my post. And then I just cut and paste and drop it into the message box and send it out there. Sometimes I get a response back, sometimes I don't. It's absolutely fine, but I send it anyway because that's my brand about being in communication and messaging. If you want that template, it's about 3 pages long, variety of different messages. If you want the template, again, just bung me an email and I'll send you the other templates. I'll send the message template. You've got to amend it a bit because when it links to the YouTube video, it links to my YouTube video. So you're welcome to use my video if you want, but it might scare people. So use your own, clearly. But you can have a copy of the template, and it just makes it easier to cut and paste all the messages that go out there. The other thing, we're in the storytelling business. Be prepared, at least in my experience, be prepared to share your personal experiences. I don't mean about, family bereavements and then the dog's head's fallen off and all that sort of thing, but let people know what you're up to. The best posts, if you're going to put a picture on LinkedIn, dogs and cats are the best by far. They just are. We've got a beagle and a Labrador, and they're both snoring over here in the corner. You might be able to hear them, I don't know. If I put a picture up of the beagle or the Labrador, or whatever it is, that gets more views than me doing a picture of a book or anything business-like. It's social media. So use your cat and use your dog and all that sort of thing. This picture here, people might recognize it. We're renovating this cottage up in the on the German border. And I keep putting these updates onto LinkedIn as well. This one you can see, it's got a big stick sticking out of the roof here. I'm not sure whether it fell in or it's poking out, but I'm not sure yet. But this is, we're renovating this property. So I'm quite happy to let people know, well, this is what we're up to. We're doing the house, we're doing this, we're doing that, because it's part of me. It's a personal story. And if people like it, well, then great. If they don't like it, that's fine as well. But be prepared to share some of your personal stuff. And not, here's a movie with the kids having dinner and here's a pizza and that sort of thing, but just things about life that you're interested in. Tell stories. We're in the storytelling business. So the question I get a lot is, well, where do we, people say to me, it's okay for you because you're a writer, you're an author. I've written a few books, you're an author, therefore you can write stuff. No, it's not. I'm not, it means nothing. I get inspiration to do my posts from everywhere, from social media, from other people's posts, from yeah, I've got 2 you can have. I've got 2 kids as well if you want. Anyway, social media is great. Look at other people's posts, look at contemporary themes, and then think of some story to tell around it. I also look for just wander around, go to restaurants and shops and look for customer service, look for engagement. The best inspiration for customer service is go shopping in France. There are so many stories about customer service, or maybe the lack of it, that you just get so many little case studies. This happened to me on the way to the shops, or that happened. And just look, it's everywhere. There's people around giving you ideas and inspiration to tell your stories or give your take on things all over the place. Movies, look at the TV. Don't look at the TV. We don't have a TV, but we watch movies instead. We allow ourselves Netflix. We don't go on the TV. But movies, contemporary theatre, stories, Shakespeare, anything you like. Just look at what's out there and then try and bring it over to be relevant to business. And it could be anything you like, but be creative. Let your creativity go, and then you'll create storyboards that people are interested in. I'm very lucky. I am very lucky because I'm working with international clients, that sort of thing, all over the world, and so I get inspiration from them. And the cat's out of the bag now because some of them are on the call. But when they talk to me about their business, their wins, their ideas, their frustrations, or whatever it is, that gives me, if they're feeling that or experiencing that, that must be contemporary for other people as well. I would never name my clients in any post that I do, unless it was a positive thing and they give me permission. But if there's a theme or a flavor, then I'll use it. So I get my feedback from my clients as well. But be creative, do research, do reading, read some books and get some other ideas. Make your posts engaging and informative, and they've got to fit with your brand. That's basically what it is. That's where inspiration comes from. Now, video is a way to go. I do a lot of video work as well. I do recommend it. Videos don't get many views, particularly. This is the video I would send out to people when they've connected on LinkedIn with me. They don't get many views, but they do get high traction. And what I mean by that is a video average post of mine, I'm going to say 2,000, maybe 3,000 views, average post, roughly. Video I post out there, and I embed it into LinkedIn, not just link from YouTube, embed it into LinkedIn, maybe 750, 500, 750, 800, something like that. Lower traffic, but higher engagement. The videos prod people to go to, they can see and hear and engage at a higher level. So I recommend you do videos. I do videos that are about 1-2 minutes long, maybe 5 minutes long max. And regularly, when we get the inquiries coming in, people regularly say, I've seen your posts, I've looked at your videos, seen what you're up to, but the video seems to be a step in the journey from looking at a post and connecting and liking and commenting. The videos seem to be a sort of filter through which people go to, they watch and go, oh, he's actually quite human, he's not going to bite, he's normal, natural, whatever that means, and they feel more comfortable into ping me a message to have a conversation. So I recommend video. I just use this camera, it's a little HD Logitech camera on my screen. I use the camera app on my Windows system. I'm a PC, not Apple. And this is my microphone. It's an ADX Gamers USB mic, unidirectional. So hopefully the audio sounds nice and clear. I don't have it sticking over my camera and that sort of thing, but a nice microphone, decent camera, 1080 is absolutely fine. And just one shot, one hit, one take, record, stop, download it, and away you go. So you can do a video every couple of days or something like that. So that's how I craft my LinkedIn content and structure. And as a summary, this is the summary for you guys. Number one, choose your brand. Who are you? What do you want to represent? What's your style? What's your personality? What do you stand for? What are your values? And I've got the document for that for you if you email me. Number two, choose your tribe. What's your target market? Who are you looking for? And it's really interesting. People say, so marketing guru said to me, what's your target market? I said, what sort of sector, what niche? I don't have a sector and niche, because my niche, if you like, is the type of people that I work with. And that's it. It doesn't matter whether they are, and the clients we work with, I'm sure for you guys as well, they could be martial artists, they could be accountants, they could be in running a dating agency. It doesn't matter what they do. If they are people that are in my tribe and they see value in what I do and I like working with them, that's where the magic happens. So you're just going to choose who you work with. So choose your tribe, define who it is, and then you guide your content around this dog whistle marketing so they feel attracted towards it. Upgrade your profile. I've looked at some profiles of people who've come on today. Get a photograph on there. And quickly, don't confuse your business page with your personal page on LinkedIn. Have a business page, but your updates, promotions go from your personal page. You can copy them across to your business page, but don't have a personal page with just the company logo on it, for example, company name. That's not what it's for. I don't think anybody on here has got that, so you're absolutely fine. But personal page is the way to go. Have a business page. Whatever you do on your personal page, copy it over to this page. But this is where your leads are going to come from, in my experience, the personal page, not the business page. So upgrade your profile. Make sure it's all refreshed and on track with videos and photographs and content. Consistent content. 20-1, 3 posts a day, 7 days a week, jab, 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 right hook, good engaging content, bit of humor, bit of energy, bit of fun, bit of self-deprecation, picture of a beagle, whatever it is, and then an offer. It could be a video, it could be a workshop, it could be a coffee meeting, whatever you like, but that 20-1 ratio I found to be very, very powerful. Message people, direct, thanks for the connection. Now, if you want to have a coffee with somebody, and you think you can help them and they haven't come to you, well, go to them, do a message. Seen your profile, seen your company, it looks great. I think I can add value to what you do. Would you be open to having a coffee, in a virtual coffee and a Zoom call or something like that? That's absolutely fine as well. What I found though is that people will come to me, they'll come to you as well if you get this right. And you're in the attraction mode, not in the hunting mode. Nobody wants hunters. They want to be attracted. If they are attracted to you, they discover you and go, wow, this is great. I guarantee they've bought before they speak to you. If you go after them with your placard, who wants to buy Herbalife, not knocking Herbalife, but who wants to buy my vitamin pills, or who wants me to do SEO for them, and you're ramming it down their throats, they're going to back off. It's like dating. But if they discover you and they build this relationship with you before you even know it, they're looking at your posts, your content, your likes, your clicks, your videos. When they finally reach out and go, I like your stuff, can we have a coffee and a chat? They've already bought. All you're going to do is talk them out of it if you're not careful. But they just want a coffee chat. They've already bought. The conversion rate in sales terms, the conversion rate from inbound leads on LinkedIn for me is running above 90%. So when people contact me, not because I'm a good salesman, it's not that, I'm not bashing them down with a big stick, but they've already bought because I built the relationship with them. So when we get these inquiries coming in and they don't fall over, if we have a conversation, usually we can find something to do together. That's the beauty of it. So I don't do any outbound, no sponsored. It's all this attraction strategy, not hunting. So that's any questions real quick. I'm just in the message box if you would. What I'm going to do is invite you guys to go into the breakout rooms in a minute or two for 10 minutes to meet each other and have a chat and that sort of thing, and come back for a debrief afterwards. Any questions, please type them in. If you would, there's no sales pitch, I guarantee you that. But if you want to get these templates that I've got and a copy of the slides, my email address is davidholland@resultsrulesok, one word, .com. davidholland@resultsrulesok.com. Ping me an email. I'm not going to hunt you down in marketing, but I can send you the slides. I'll send you the templates and that sort of thing. And if you do want to have a coffee and a chat and a virtual Zoom or whatever it is, equally, ping me a message on LinkedIn or an email and we'll put something in the diary. And that's it. There's no more selling involved. But anyway, drop me an email and I'll send the details over to you. So thank you for being on the call. I'm going to stop recording in a second or two, invite you to go into the breakout rooms, meet all the other fabulous, interesting people on there. What I'd like you to maybe discuss as we're entering Q4 now is, well, what will you do different next quarter on LinkedIn? And just pick each other's brains. Is it going to be, do videos, or is it do a storyboard, or is it do some messaging, or get your photograph upgraded? Just compare notes and ideas. And I guess if you can leave the breakout room, which would be in around about 10 minutes, 12 minutes, I'm okay for time, with a couple of to-do lists to take away and do on LinkedIn, then hopefully that will have given you guys great value as well. So I'm going to stop recording. Thank you for being on the call. I'm going to hang around and see you after the breakout rooms. Don't worry about that. So pause recording.